Title IX was huge. If the government hadn't come in and said, you know, funding for your schools aren't going to be honored unless you provide certain opportunities for women and all of that, we would have just continued to go down the same path that we had been going down.
As debate continues across the country over just which student athletes should be allowed to compete in women's sports, a local Hall of Fame coach is looking back at 50 years of Title IX. KAKE's Eli Higgins talks with Linda Hargrove about the changes she's seen the mandate make for women's sports. It's new at 10.
That's a really good feeling to look back and know that my daughter and my granddaughters haven't really had to worry about having opportunities.
Renowned Hall of Fame coach Linda Hargrove, born and raised right here in Kansas, had an incredible career that took her to the WNBA, the Olympics, and countless other milestones. But she remembers a time when girls weren't even allowed to play sports.
I know somebody one time called me a pioneer, and I thought, oh my gosh, I hope I'm not that old. But
Hargrove says when she was in high school, if you were a girl and wanted to play sports, you were out of luck.
I told my dad that they didn't have track down there, and he said, your high school didn't have track either. If you want to run track, go down there and start something.
In 1972, Hargrove packed up and started a job that made history. Head coach at College, one of only 2 female coaches at the time in the entire state. It was the same year Title IX was signed into law. On June 23, 1972, 50 years ago to the day, just 37 words changed women's sports forever.
Title IX was huge. If the government hadn't come in and said, you know, funding for your schools aren't going to be honored unless you provide certain opportunities for women and all of that, we would have just continued to go down the same path that we had been going down.
Hargrove says while we still have a long way to go, she never would have thought 50 years ago that her daughters and granddaughters would live in the world she sees now.
My hope is just that we continue moving forward. You know, that I hope that one day I go watch Wichita State women play and their arena's full.
Eli Higgins, KAKE News, on your side.